Welcome to TJ McLaughlin Field. We are on the campus of Waterloo Columbus in Waterloo, Iowa, where the Sailors will host the East Marshall Mustangs here in just a few minutes. We're all about 5 minutes away from kickoff. Still need to do the national anthem. But we'll run through the matchup real quick between Columbus and East Marshall. Columbus comes into the game 4-2. Defeated Dyersville Beckman. Durant lost a heartbreaker to West Branch at home. Rebounded by beating then number 10 Hudson 42-18. Lost to number 1 Grundy Center the next week 21-14. And then rebounded again against Alburnett at Alburnett last week 35-7. First name is Catherine. What they say? Outstanding rendition for national anthem of Catherine Malik. We are live at TJ McLaughlin Field. 2 minutes, about 2 minutes, 40 seconds until kickoff between Waterloo, Columbus, and East Marshall. East Marshall sitting 1-5 on the year. Columbus Sailors at 4-2. Coaching staff for Waterloo, Columbus: Brad Schmidt, Dan Knipp, Mitchell Rahm, Nick Bellamy, Donald Patnode, and Caden Ludwig. Just have a couple coaches listed for East Marshall. Head coach Greg Lee, assistant Scott Weather. I am Jeff Bradley. Welcome to Columbus football. Riding shotgun with me 4th week in a row, Mr. Dean Nolan. Dean, how are we doing tonight?
Hey, we're doing great. Thanks for having me again. We have technology all over the place here tonight. So we have cameras that I do not have to manipulate. And I'm going to be doing the score and other things. So I'm very excited about the technological things that we have coming up.
We've got a big video board out past right by the scoreboard. So for the folks here in the stadium, they can see that. It is senior night here at Columbus. I'm getting a little AC/DC run-out music for the Sailors here shortly. And it will be underway in just a moment or two. Give me just a second. We've got great sponsors. This is the last regular season home game. Looking forward to possibly getting a playoff game here. But last regular season home game, want to recognize these sponsors just as much as we can. Air Services, B2 Productions, Community Motors, Sparkle Window Cleaning, Builders First Choice, PDCM Insurance, Smitty's Bar, The Pump House, Greenwood Pharmacy, and Golf Headquarters. So coming into tonight's battle between East Marshall and Columbus, Columbus is heavily favored here. Like we said, they played Grundy Center, number 1 ranked, to a touchdown. Lost a heartbreaker to West Branch in the extreme heat there about a month ago. But West Branch, again, was no slouch. Turned around and beat Iowa City Regina a week or two ago, who was ranked. So Columbus has been battle-tested, obviously, this year. East Marshall's also played a couple common opponents already. Obviously, they're in the district. Got beat badly by Hudson 49-0 last week. And then 3 weekends ago, 49-0 again by Grundy Center. So they've seen the number 1 team in the country the state, excuse me. And, Columbus right now, I think, broke the top 10 again this week by being number 10. So obviously Columbus favored, but you actually have to go out and play the game, Dean.
You always do. Like you said, Jeff, you always do such a great job bringing everybody up to date on what's going on in the conference and all around. So thank you for doing that. But no, yeah, you got to show up. You got to play the game. We are heavily favored. But again, you got to go out there. You got to execute, and you got to go to your game plan and then stop the other team. It's high school football. Anything can happen out here. I do have confidence in the Sailors to dominate. But like I said, you got to play the games, and it's going to be another beautiful evening here. I thought it'd be a little cooler. The wind has stopped, and it's going to be a beautiful night at Columbus.
So we are having the captain's coin toss right now. They're shaking hands. Looks like East Marshall is going to receive this first kickoff. Clock all the way down to 0 means we're going to reset it, and we're going to have football here in just a second or two. A little bit nippy tonight. Right at 50 degrees, I believe, at kickoff. That wind has died down a little bit. It's actually a little bit better right now than it was, obviously, this morning if you're from the Cedar Valley area. It was rainy and gloomy and pretty nasty. The sun was trying to peek out there about an hour or so ago. But, I might have to knock out some 4-count burpees here in between snaps, just to stay warm tonight, Dean.
Do some up-downs, Jeff. That'd be amazing. I'd be happy to see that. I did the other thing. I just brought a hat and gloves. I will be doing no burpees.
Well, that's the thing. I should have invested in some isotoners or something like that, some gloves. So my fingers are going to be a little cold. Otherwise, I can't get to my rosters, my stat sheets and things quick enough. But we are just about underway, folks. Another great night of football in the state of Iowa.
Steele to line it up to kick it off here. Looks like we won the toss and deferred to the second half would be my guess. And let's see Steele to kick it off. A little onsider, and they get it.
It was kind of the little pooch onside, and that's a no-brainer. Columbus covered that. There wasn't even an East Marshall guy in the vicinity, but I guess there was. I don't know if my eyes deceived me there. It looked like nobody jumped on it but Columbus Sailors, and obviously they did because at the bottom of the pile wasn't an East Marshall athlete that recovered that. Boy, that would have been a huge play just to start the game here. But East Marshall now going to come out on their first play from scrimmage on offense. Number 7, Farrington is quarterback. Just a straight handoff. And there's a ton of bodies in there. And that is only going to go for just about 2 yards.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see what these other teams bring for offenses. Hopefully they've seen us on tape and know that up the run up the middle up there is not going to work against us. So see what else they can bring to the table. But like I said, I really enjoy watching all these teams come to town and play them and see what they bring on the offensive side of the ball.
Now Farrington back in the shotgun. Weeder right next to him. Weeder staying in the block. Just a little quick out to number 3. That's Jonathan Sanders. That's his 7th reception on the year. but just a short gain of another couple yards. So that's going to leave East Marshall about a 3rd and 6, long 6 to get that first down and keep those chains moving.
Yeah, got the receiver out there, try to pick up a couple quick yards there. Did that, and Steele was right there to put him down, and for no more yard after no more yard after catch.
Farrington back in the shotgun again, rolls out to his left a little bit. He's under a bunch of duress right now. He dodges 1, 2, 3 Sailors and then gets knocked out of bounds. Nice play by Merrifield to knock him out of bounds for little to no gain. In fact, they're going to call that no gain. It will be 4th and 6, and East Marshall's going to be forced to punt here on their first possession.
Their quarterback, Farrington, there did a nice job getting away from some of our big boys coming up the middle. They're not going to be able to drop back long today. There'll be too much pressure coming at him. He's going to get the ball out quick or run like he just did.
So Farrington back to punt also. Takes a couple steps. Boots one. Nice spiral. It's headed out of bounds, though, so that is not going to be a very good net. But one of the coaches caught that and then fell down. It looked like Coach Bellamy, and the crowd's letting him have it right now. He caught it out of bounds and then just somehow slipped. He didn't even fair catch it either. So the crowd's giving Coach Bellamy a little static down there. That was pretty funny, actually.
That was pretty good. Bellamy's a college football player. Yeah. Catches it. He'll be hearing about that in the weight room for weeks on end. I think that couldn't have happened to a better guy. Great guy. Does a great job with our strength and conditioning program. Gets our boys ready for every season. Great guy. Great person. But he's got to take some serious heat in that weight room for that one.
So Sailor's going to start 1st and 10 from their own 35. Snap to Lockhart, gives it right to Chelson, and Chelson does what he does. 6-yard gain. Just straight up the belly of the defense. It'll make it a real manageable 2nd down and really opens up the playbook here on 2nd down.
Yeah, a little easier sledding in there than we've had the past couple weeks, so I expect a big game out of Parker Chelson. Run the ball a lot here. Like you said, when you go 5 or 6 on the first down, you can play. Playbook's open. Do lots of different things.
Now Lockhart back all by himself. He's got 5 wide receivers. He's in the shotgun. Quick little wideout. That looked like that was to Murfeld, and it was. And he's going to get a first down. And they're going to move the chains. 2 plays and a first down. Early in the game, but the Sailors look very sharp. First and 10, still on Columbus 47-yard line. A little more of a tight set, even though Lockhart's still in the shotgun. Handoff goes to Chelson. Chelson's going to break this one. He's gone. They're not going to catch him. He had a little bit of a seam, exploited it. And on the 3rd play from scrimmage, the Sailors go up 6-0. Excellent point of attack, offensive line, manhandled defensive line. And I didn't see any linebackers or safeties fill. The linebacker actually had a bad line of attack for the tackle, and Chelsea just outran him.
You saw it perfectly right. Great job blocking it up front. And then Chelsea hits that corner with speed, and you take a bad angle on him, he's to the house no matter how fast you are. Great execution by Sailors. And the field goal, the extra point, they say is no good. No good.
Yeah, and that was odd. Obviously, you saw that field maybe still a little bit slippery. I guess it's not only Coach Bellamy falling down. Steele slipped on that. Still almost made that point after. But that will go down, I believe, as his 2nd miss on the year. And the Sailors will remain just up 6-0.
I'm going to try a couple of our sponsors here, run a couple of these. Got White Rhino Real Estate here. Checking out our new technology we have here up in the booth.
So exactly what East Marshall obviously did not want to happen if they want any chance to kind of stay in the game, keep a little bit of confidence on their side. Like I said, they're 1-5 this year and have had a couple real bad defeats by good teams, by Hudson and Grundy Center. But obviously they're facing another good team tonight. And, with just under 3 minutes left elapsed in the first quarter. Columbus goes up 6-0.
Yeah, you're right there. They're going to have to really hold their own against the line, and like you said, us and Grundy probably the top two lines you're going to see at this level. And I don't know. Hopefully they can hold up and make it a game for them. But by the way, those first two runs went. They're going to have to really toughen up and really go after the run.
So Steele's kick goes out of bounds. It was almost a perfect little angle there. Another, too far to say it was a pooch kick, but he didn't put all his leg into it either. So I think they're working on that play, obviously, for things to come in the future. And they've done it in the past, too, and to some limited success, but keeping East Marshall on their toes.
You're exactly right. If we pop it right there, it's a great spot, and it also helps our coverage unit. And as I'm not going to lie, struggled a little bit these last couple weeks, giving up some big returns.
Farrington hand off to, it looks like Xavier Sliffer. That's his 33rd carry on the year. He's their second most used back so far. Seliger on the tackle. East Marshall gets a much-needed little breather there. Gets about a 4-yard gain.
Nice play by Seliger there. Kind of gets him and gets in that hole. Waits for him to come. Bear hugs him, takes him to the ground. Carter also does a great job as the center on our offense.
Farrington back under center. He's going to roll out to his right. Quick little pitch. And actually, that was a really good pass to number 33, Weeder. And Weeder, who is their leading rusher, really, he needs to catch that ball right in his hands. Dropped it, but that's going to go for a first down if he catches it. And that's a tough break for the quarterback because he did everything he could do on that play.
He did everything right. Coach got him in a good spot, put a good ball on him. And that running back is a solid young man.
Yes,
if he gets the ball, he is put together very, very well. It'd be tough to tackle, but, yeah, probably needs to come down with that catch.
So Farrington now back in the shotgun. Weeder right next to him. He's going to pick up the blitz. And they are going to complete East Marshall, will, this pass. But it is going to be 4th and 2. On their own 44-yard line. I don't know if it's time to roll the dice or not. We will see. I have not seen the punter come out yet. Well, obviously the punter doesn't need to come out because it's the quarterback.
Yeah, that's correct. And I think, Jeff, when you have a record like that and you get the ball near midfield with less than a couple yards, you probably go for it. See if the Sailors can stop them here and get the ball right back on their side of the field.
Well, they're in a power eye now with Farrington under center. Weeder at fullback. He's going to roll out to his right again, and he gets away from two great defenders for Columbus. First of all, gets by Miles Gardner, then Mason Knipp, and gets the first down. That's a great play by Farrington there. He's a little dodgier than I thought.
He's definitely faster than he first looked. Like I said, get away from two of our best tacklers. Miles looked like he had him for a loss, and then Mason Knipp was coming down the line, and he got that edge and turned it up and got just enough for a first down. Again, good athlete there in number 7.
So back in that power eye, goes right to Weeder in the quick little handoff. And he rolls up for about 3 or 4 yards before Burfeld and Knipp bring him down for a short 2.5-yard gain.
Looks like they want to keep the ball out of Columbus's high-powered offense's hands here. Going to run the ball quite a bit. They must run that 33 Weeder up the middle quite a bit. Quick hitters. Yeah, I think they're going to have a tough day sledding in that middle there if they continue to do that. But like I said, I think they're trying to keep the ball out of our high-powered offense's hands.
So Farrington in shotgun, Weeder right next to him. Weeder keeps picking up that end, so you don't have to worry about him. Oh, and that was overthrown and right into the hands of Aiden Hosh, and he drops it just like holding the baby. It was just there, and he dropped it. Yeah, Hosh usually very sure-handed. Dropped that one. That is definitely an interception 9 times out of 10.
Yeah,
right?
He's got a pick 6 this year. I think another one. He's usually pretty sure-handed. Must have maybe slick conditions out there got him again. He'll tell you he should have caught that. But here we go, 3rd down and long.
That's 3rd and 8. Farrington now in the shotgun. And we've got The defense defense pointed out a guy must have just twitched a little bit for East Marshall. That's going to cost them 5 yards, so this is going to make this third down even a little bit tougher.
Yeah, well, Jeff, they bring Mason Knipp back from at the linebacker position on almost a full run. So if you're sitting there as an offensive lineman and with no momentum, you're trying to get up as quick as you can because there's a man-child coming at you with all he's got to get in the backfield. So I understand the snap.
So Columbus now with a three-man front. Mason Knipp playing right in middle linebacker. He's trying to time that. He's coming, and he's loose. Nice play call. Very nice play call for East Marshall there with a little screenplay there to offset the rush of Columbus. And now it's going to make it 4th and 1. But if you're going to go 4th and 3, you're definitely going 4th and 1 from Columbus 45-yard line.
Yeah, I would bet you're going to get a nice dose of Drew Weeder there right up the middle trying to get that short yardage. See if they bring the, like you said, they're in the I form. Let's see if they give it to the fullback right away. They actually go quarterback sneak, and depending on the spot, if they got it or not, they followed their signer right in there. We'll see where it's spotted. I think the referee on our side has them short.
There's no way that's a yard short. That's about half a yard to a yard short. You don't even have to measure that.
So they snuck the quarterback instead of the big fullback and did not get it. So the defensive line comes up big again for Columbus Sailors.
Yeah, that's a surprising call. If I got number 33, Drew Weeder, yeah, I'm running him. That kid's a hoss.
Yeah, I'm slamming that kid up there every time for a third, 4th and 1, whatever. I think he just runs hard and seems to fall forward. That's only I know. We've only seen him here a little bit, but he's a good, strong runner.
Yeah, then he turns around and plays middle linebacker for the defense. And he is the leading tackler on the defense. Now we've got a little rollout, and we're gonna get a hold on Columbus. Burfeld runs, barrels all the way down to the 2-yard line, but looks back and he sees the flag. Yeah, we're gonna get definitely a hold, almost a takedown by another wide receiver, and it was right in front of the referee, and that was a fairly easy call there.
Yeah, it looks like Miles maybe got a little aggressive. I still like him blocking downfield. I didn't see anything egregious. I'm not super close, but didn't love the call. But Sailors, that was really well-run play. Will back us up here. Will we stick it the first down there? Maybe doesn't look like it.
I don't think
close.
So, but they do it from spot of the foul, so
Yep.
it doesn't kill you near as bad as it could. The funny thing there is there's a fine line between dominating somebody and like, because he physically put him into the ground. Now, did he pull him down? Okay, that's a hold. If you just physically dominated and put him down, that is not a hold.
And I'm with you there. Miles goes about 6'4". The cornerback is not near that same size. So, like I said, he put him in the ground, and maybe the referee, saw something different.
So now Lockert back in the gun. It is 1st and – well, that can't be right. It's got to be – it says 1st and 1. And now I think we're going to get another penalty, I believe, against Columbus. Well, play clock ran out, so that 5 yards is on everybody, the coaches and the players. We need to be – you either need to see it running down and call a timeout.
Yeah, we need to be sharper. I know we're expected to win this game, but we need to be sharper and be ready for that. The play's got to come in and got to run it on time and execute. We play better teams like that. It's really going to hurt us in our offense.
All right, so now back in their own territory, 49-yard line, 1st and 6. This is going to be a straight handoff to Chelson. Boy, he does a nice little juke move there, but guess what? Drew Weeder comes up, fills the hole quickly. Just a nice, solid tackle. And it is not easy to bring down Parker Chelson one-on-one.
Met him in the hole, squared him up, and got him to the ground. Nice play by kind of Mr. Everything for them. Does a nice job there, middle linebacker.
So Sailors get 1 yard on that play, bring it up 2nd and 5. And once again, you can dial up 1,000 things. And it looks like it's going to be a pass play, or it could be a boot, too, just to the quarterback. Just nice little easy catch and pitch. Blocker puts it right where he needs to, right on Murfeld's hands, and it's going to be a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and that's okay. Let's pick this up and kind of get back to our normal. Oh, gave us the first down. Gave us the first down. So here, let's take that. We kind of shot ourselves in the foot there a couple times. Let's get back to that high potent offense. I just think we have the advantage on both the offensive line and then our wide receivers. We just need to take advantage of it. Kind of slow going here at the early point.
So 3:45 left in the first quarter here. Locker back in the gun. Chelsea right next to him. Going to be a handoff to Chelsea. He's through that first initial line. Slips a little bit, and then number 5 plants him. Carter Lavender. But after a great little run of 7 yards, it's 2nd and 3 for the Sailors.
Yeah, he was one tackle, one cut away from busting that one again. I think left foot gave out on him on a wet turf, and Lavender put him down. But great first down pickup, Jeff. And like we've been talking about now, throw it, we can run it, we can do about whatever we want with it here.
All right, 2nd and 4. Now we've got we've got a guy in motion. We got a guy in the slot. We've got Chelsea in the backfield. We are just going to do all that good stuff, and Chelsea's going to bust it up anyway. But maybe the misdirection kept East Marshall off, just enough off balance that they had too many guys with too many responsibilities, and Chelsea just says, I'll take this thing and run another 15 yards, get a first down.
There was a lot of window dressing there, Jeff, for a pretty normal run, but you face a team like that, they got to count for Aiden Hosh running all over the place, and the fullback there too. So a lot of misdirection, but a nice play.
So now you got Murfeld in the slot. Just another handoff to Chelsea. Chelsea kicked it in another gear there. It gets around the corner and out of bounds. And then he's going to get run out of bounds and tackled about 5 yards out of bounds. But they're not going to throw a flag there for a late hit or anything. But it will be another first down. And Chelsea is having a game already.
Yeah, he's picking up big chunks here, Jeff. Like you said, I saw the same thing he did. He turned that corner, saw who he had to beat to the edge, and just went to another gear. Puts it in that other gear and flies around the corner and picks up an easy, that 12, 13 yards.
So Sailors can get a first down without scoring. It is 1st and 10. Have to get it to about the 2-yard line for a first down. Lockert, little swing pass to Chelsea again. He steps through that one and gets shoved out of bounds right around the 6-yard line. So that's a good 5-yard gain. Going to make another 2nd and 5 or 7 to score the touchdown.
I think you run your receivers out to the wide side, don't you? Roll Lockert out and just try to pick up. You got Miles out there one-on-one against number 10, who's maybe 5'9".
Right now,
yeah, just throw it up to him.
Let him go get
yep.
it.
Oh.
And that looks like,
Frank Lind with the touchdown.
That was a play call. Actually, Miles Gardner cleared out the whole right side because you have to account for Miles. Lind slid underneath, caught that pass. Great touchdown for Lind, believe his first of the year, and he's a senior. That's great on senior night.
Yeah, I got a big smile on my face. You're exactly right, Jeff. A big fullback, plays a little bit of defense. That's his first touchdown of the year on senior night. That was a great play. We kind of both saw it, and they ran Franklin right underneath for the touchdown. Nice, easy pitch and catch for the touchdown. Nice job.
Steele drills the extra point. With 2:05 left in the first quarter, the Sailors go up 13-0 over the Mustangs. So except for everybody in the big schools, I think, have an extra week. I think the lower classes have 2 games left, this one and next week. And then obviously the playoff seeds will come out and the pods. So Columbus, obviously, if they win this week and next week, would be a 2 seed in their pod behind Grundy. And just, just be interested to see where they go and really where everybody goes, because you've got in your little pod, you've got Grundy Center and and Columbus. You're going to have two probably ranked teams. Well, Grundy's going to be still to be number one, I believe, and then Columbus probably would not fall below 10 if they still win 2 games. Just real interesting. Whoever gets that pod cross-bracketed is probably not going to be real happy campers.
Yeah, so, Jeff, does that mean that Grundy would get a bye, and then we would have a home playoff game? Is that what I understand, or am I wrong there?
No, usually what they do is it's like a little pod, I think, of 4. And unless they've changed again, but you play and then I always thought you played the 2 and then they redrew, but you might play the first one and then they redraw depending on, because they want to get the best competition, towards the end of the year. So,
okay, so first round and then a redraw.
District, yeah.
Okay.
Usually, so the number 1 would play number 4 from a district, the 2 and 3, and then obviously 3-2 and 4-1. Just how it would play out. So you'd play, if Columbus would get second, they'd play a 3 seed from a different district.
Understood.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. All right, we got that all figured out. Farrington back under center. Weeder behind him.
You can kind of see, Jeff, where he gets all his yards. I think when you play someone that doesn't have a good defensive line, he just chugs up that middle and eats up yards all the time. I mean, we're getting him down pretty quick, but our defensive line is probably one of the better ones you've seen. But if he follows somebody a little weaker, he's going to really chew up some yards there in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, he got a nice little 4-yard carry there, and it didn't even look that good. But you look up and you see where he moved the sticks. That's a 4-yard gain by Weeder. And he does. He just puts his head down and keeps those legs churning. Back under center, Farrington going to hand off now. Number 24, Xavier Sliffer.
Yeah, I think you got to go with the fullback there. I don't know if the offensive line can hold their blocks long enough, and that sounds silly because all they had to do was hand it to the next guy in line. But the defensive line's beating their guys and getting in that backfield. Weeder might be your best chance to just hit that quick hitter before they can beat their guys up front.
Yeah, so that run for no gains, that's going to put East Marshall third and a long 7 here. Well, we're going to get offside by Columbus. Going to make life a little bit easier for East Marshall right here. Mustangs now go 3rd and 7 to 3rd and 2.5.
I think Nick Merrifield was going to be on the blitz there and got excited to get in the backfield. Well, what we got, Jeff? We got 25 seconds left here in the first.
Student section starting to get loud here on 3rd down. Back to throw. That's just a good play. Oh, no, that flag's coming in late. Boy, unless he was wrapped around his back, I thought that was a really good play by Aiden Hosh.
Yeah, that's not a very good call. Plus, he's not in the right position to even call that. The ball was high, and Aiden was right behind him. Ball went over the top of the receiver's hands, and Aiden was right there to push him to the ground. Usually that's a back judge call because he can see it. But that gentleman on the far side there has had thrown a couple flags, but I don't agree with that penalty at all. Looked like good, clean coverage. Looks like East Marshall got a little bit of a gift there.
Yeah, it looked like it was number 10 against number 10, Newroth, and Hosh. It looks like Hosh, I thought he did a good job, too. Got his hand in there and broke it up. Just a good, fine play. But obviously referees did not see it that way. 1st and 10, East Marshall. Farrington under center again. They are in the eye. Just a straight handoff to that big fullback once again, Weeder. And he's going to rumble for a ton of yardage here. And I'm going to call that about an 8-yard gain as the quarter expires here. So headed into the second quarter, Sailors 13, East Marshall 0, but East Marshall on the drive and has got a little bit of momentum in the game going their way.
Yeah, they did. That was a big penalty. Gave them much needed first down, and then ran that big old 33 up the middle there and had his best gain of the day. I think Sailor's going to talk it over, figure out a way to stop that up the middle run, and really put this offense on its heels.
Columbus band knocking out a rendition of Sweet Caroline.
Running some local ads here for our sponsors. This is new tonight, so hopefully you guys can see them okay. These are our sponsors that help us out every year and have been sponsors for a long time. We're very, very grateful that they continue to be sponsors.
And Sailors heading back out onto the field, as is East Marshall. Game reset here, 12 minutes, a full 12 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Just starting the second quarter, 13-0. Sailors over the Mustangs. Mustangs actually have the ball here on Columbus 40-yard line and a real reasonable second down and 3. Farrington under center. They're in that eye again. Lavender in motion. They're going to hand off to that far back, the tailback. Once again, that's Slifer. And he will, well, he's real close to that first down. It is third and maybe a foot to go. And it might be close enough they're bringing on the chain gang.
For a measurement, yep, looks like it. Columbus defense, we are more dominant than this. We need to kind of show our dominance here. We're getting beat off the ball, I think, by a team that's got on a roll right now. I think we need to bow up and really, show who we are and not let them score.
So chain gang does a real good job of hustling over and giving the umpire, it'll be third down about a foot. My eyesight's not as bad as I thought it was. So this could be a huge play here if you can try to hold them on third. And then obviously you're going to have to hold them again on fourth, but it starts here on third down, make a play.
Yeah, get in that backfield, create a negative play. Haven't done a ton of that today. They're either going to, the short yardage, probably run the quarterback or run Drew Weeder there. If they come back and throw a pass, I'd be surprised. I mean, we're ready for that as well, but I'd load up that middle and not let them have the easy one.
So now Farrington under the ball, just Weeder in the backfield. Right now, that's a hard count, trying to get him off.
Ball's on the ground.
And I think he gets it back. It gets knocked out. It dropped to the ground. He did a really good job of getting that thing back with two Sailors right next to him. And they're going to lose a little bit of ground there, not much. So now it is going to bring up fourth, but now instead of fourth and a foot, now you're about fourth and 1.5 yards to 2 yards.
That changes things. Yeah, he was lucky to get that back. The snap was good, and the handoff was just bobbled between him and the quarterback. And looks like they're going to take a timeout to talk things over.
The Sailors up 13-0, just the start of the second quarter. Just kind of a workmanlike effort tonight. Not anything phenomenal. Just basically handing off to Chelsea and letting him churn up yardage, and then a couple nice pass plays. But
yeah, we're not exactly hitting on all cylinders. I would agree with you on that 100%. Still getting the job done, still up 13-0, so you can't complain too much about it. But as high power of an offense as we are, I expected more of a track meet up and down this field. And again, maybe we'll get there. Got to get this big stop here on fourth down and maybe start that track meet.
all right, so the Mustangs, after that timeout, see what they drew up. At 4th and 2, this is a big play for them. They obviously want to keep that clock running and keep churning up yardage here. My guess is Columbus is going to stack that box a little bit, and they do. Farrington, he's going to roll out to his right. He's under duress now. Henry's on the way, and Miles Gardner comes up and finishes the deal. But he had really no chance there. You might as well throw it up at some point, even if it gets picked down the field. You save some yardage, but there was just nowhere for him to go.
Farrington couldn't get the edge that time. Like I said, came up kind of in that A gap, so they took the run away from him, had to pass. Secondary was up for it, and Miles Gardner was not going to let him get that edge this time. That was him and a whole bunch of boys chasing him down. Their quarterback's fast, but great play call by by Dan Knipp there. Got him down to that fourth play call, and Miles did the rest.
So ask and you shall receive. Ask for a big play and got one from Miles Gardner there and the whole defense. Now that Columbus gets the ball back in East Marshall territory at the 49. Lockhart just a couple step drop there, throws it to Gardner, and Gardner drops at. My guess is he was thinking about the run after the catch there because he was gonna get some yardage, but you got to make the catch first.
Yeah, Knipp pulled out. The blocking was there. He might have just pulled his head up looking for that run. Miles is sure-handed as anybody else out there. Great throw, just needs to catch that one, and he would have been off to the races there. That was good blocking down the field. But so we're now 2nd and 10.
So Lockhart now under center. Chelsea about 6 yards deep. He's going to get the handoff, and he's got a big hole to run through. He's got a first down and more. He's got one guy to beat. Is he going to beat him? Yes, he is. I don't know if he got touched that whole 49-yard run. Maybe right at the line of scrimmage, but it looked like he just skated right through, and then the speed took over, and that's a 49-yard touchdown for Parker Chelsea.
There's that track meet I was talking about, Jeff. That run, I think they had a pulling guard through there, and then the fullback came through there, and then the running back, and it was like an expressway to the end zone. I don't think Chelton was touched the entire through. I saw 2 Sailors through clean, and then Chelton as the third, and he takes it to the house.
Steal with the PAT. It is good. So Columbus will now extend their lead 20-0 over the East Marshall Mustangs. And this is really the point of the game where you really want to put your foot on the accelerator. Don't give your opponent any glimpse that they can stay in this game. And easier said than done because human nature almost makes you back off. You see it in college every week. You obviously see it in the pros every game.
Yeah, you're right. It's so strange. It's like you said, it's the human brain. We're way up, and you want to just put them away, but there's just something there that doesn't let you hit that next gear unless you're really in competition. Jeff, I think that, that last defense we saw there with the 2 guys in the A gap, I really think you keep running that, gives them, takes that run away from them, makes them pass it, which I don't think they're a strong passing team. And then, like I said, I think on our corners, actually, we're better athletes on the outside. Like you said, really kind of snatch the life away from them if you can. Take that run away. That's their main offense.
They've only got 10 guys on the kickoff team. Now they've got 11. So I can still count fairly well. Here goes Steele for the kickoff from his 40. Does another little pooch kick to the left side there. This one's actually going to be fielded, but it's a short side of the field, but it's a real good run back, even though there's not a lot of territory to deal with out there. Nice job by number 10. That's Blake Neuroth, sophomore. He's had a couple decent plays, Neuroth, so that will give East Marshall a 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line, their 37-yard line.
Yeah, nice play by Blake. Caught that and kind of scooted right up that line.
Yeah.
Good speed there. Good job. Nice play by him.
So Farrington just straight handoff, and that's going to go nowhere with the big fellow Weeder. In fact, he may lose a couple yards, and he does. It'll be 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12.
Looks like we made an adjustment there. You got Miles Gardner and you got Mason Knipp just coming straight downhill. Try to stop that run game in there, and they hand that off to 33, and there was a whole bunch of Sailors there. Miles knifes through and takes him down for a loss.
Good job by Sailor defense gang tackling there, and especially with Weeder. I think you need to gang tackle him or he's going to run through some of these arm tackles. They are loading the box. 4-man front, 4 linebackers. But a good play by East Marshall. 2 Weeder, just a quick little pop over the middle. So he exploits the defense that was called. East Marshall does. Nice play by the offense. Lavender to Weeder.
Nice
First down.
Nice counter punch by them, by East Marshall there. That Weeder, I think you just got to watch him wherever he goes. You bring the house, we still can't let him get out of there. They had nice counter punch there. I still like the defense running downhill at him. I just don't think they're going to complete enough passes to get in the end zone.
Barrington back to throw it, and he is going to run it, and he had a little bit of a seam there, and then it closed up very close by Nick Merrifield, knocked him out of bounds after, about a 3-yard gain.
He's a very dangerous runner. I'm surprised they don't run him more on the outside. The line actually did a good job holding us out of there, gave him time. There's just nothing open downfield.
East Marshall nice and methodical in their play calling, and they run that, I don't know if it's by design, but it looks like it. They run that play clock down inside, 8 seconds every time. Barrington back in the shotgun. He's going to throw it. He's under duress, though. And he's going to scramble out of it to his right for another short gain.
We have a flag on the play here.
My guess is that's a hold. It's so deep in the backfield.
Personal
foul. I saw East Marshall guy had a really good block. That's what it was. And he put a Columbus player down. I think it was Henry Erie. He came from behind and hit him. And that's what the referees did see.
That's a big penalty for them. They had a nice drive going there, doing a lot of nice things, actually keeping the Sailors guessing a little bit with their run and their pass game. That's a huge penalty. It was a block. The quarterback was already gone. I'm not quite sure if it was helmet to helmet or it was blind side or something, Jeff.
Blind side. He planted him because he went down, and Erie did come off of the sidelines. Freshman Thomas Faraday now in the game.
Okay.
Playing in the line.
Well, good call then. We need to keep those players safe out there. I just didn't see that one, but completely unnecessary. Like I said, number 7 had already turned the corner. It was upfield.
Yeah, it was away from the play.
Yeah.
Definitely. But, and they're going to pay the price. Now it's second down at 23 yards.
Miles Gardner comes from his linebacker spot, brings a ton of pressure, makes quarterback throw it early and throws it into the ground. Nice pressure.
Yeah, Farrington panicked a little bit there, which I get that. You either have to step up and go, but he tried to make a quick little release, and he did. He threw it in the ground. So now it brings up 3rd and a multitude. Well, that says 23 yards. That looks like 43 yards of the sticks. This looks forever.
It looks like, 2 big plays in a way. He's got him in shotgun again. Looks like they're trying to get it.
So Farrington in the shotgun. He's got Weir in the back. Now, looks like Mason Knipp jumps off sides trying to anticipate the snap count. But he does not. That's going to cost the Sailors 5. Should make it 3rd and 18.
Yep, just got a little excited there, going to get the quarterback. There's not a lot of times where the quarterback just sits in shotgun and he gets a chance to just pin his ears back and not really have to worry too much about the run and just go get the quarterback.
That's a whole bunch of trouble. And somehow Farrington gets away. He is surrounded by Sailors. I have no idea how he didn't get tackled there. Just shifty enough to step up in the pocket and then scoot around for positive yardage. He's going to bring up 4th down, but goodness gracious.
He is something else back there, man. I was about ready to – I couldn't tell who was going to sack him. I was ready to call the sack, and he turns tail and gets out of there. Just phenomenal run by him to keep it alive.
It's a good little spiral punt there. It's going to get a bounce for East Marshall, but Chelsea's going to pick it up. He's going to come all the way across the field and try to turn it up. And 33 runs him down, or at least runs him out of bounds. My goodness gracious, that Drew Weeder's a football player. I like him a ton.
He's fun to watch. I mean, he's on offense, he's on defense, he's on punt, and like I said, with him out without his effort there, Chelton turns the corner and might be gone. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't look up the field, but just all effort all the time. We both like that kid. That's a great football player right there.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think he 100% ran him down, but what a good angle.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you're right. He may have saved him some points right there. But he's a player.
Yeah, a good angle can make a big boy look fast.
Lockhart back. He's going to go deep. He's got Gardner open. Gardner catches it, and he gets a little bit of harm, too. It looked like number 10 got a little bit early on Miles, but Miles, to his credit, stayed tough in there, concentrated on the ball, and brought that down, even though he got held.
There's the Miles we know. Great hands catch. Good throw by Lockhart. Number 10 just at a disadvantage. He's a good athlete, but Miles, I think we say 6'3", 6'4". Number 10 can run, but he's under 6 foot. That gives up a lot to a good ball and a good receiver. Just a great play by the Sailors. Big chunk play.
Yeah, Eroff did what he could there, and it wasn't. I mean, it was a hold. He tugged him a little bit, but it wasn't super egregious, and he's doing what he can to help his team there. And Miles, he's going to just beat you every time there. He's going to beat you literally every time.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't thrown over there more, just with the size differential and the hands that Miles has.
Back in the shotgun, gives it to Chelson. Chelson just still hadn't been hit yet. Now gets wrapped up and then hit from the backside pretty hard after a huge gain. It's going to be a first down. But he took a lick from the backside lineman who did a nice job of pursuit.
Yeah, he did. They don't have much quitting them. They did a good job. Chelton put some moves on. The linebacker in the secondary and the big defensive lineman did not stop. He just kept coming to get that tackle and had a nice tackle on Chelton after a good pickup.
A little over 7 minutes to go in the half. 1st and 10, Sailors. Lockhart gets the snap. He's going to put it up, and that is going to be a nice, easy pitch and catch. Great throw by Lockhart. Great catch by Merrifield, and that is a Sailor touchdown.
What a great throw by Lockhart. I know he's not under a ton of stress there. Stands tall in the pocket, waits for Merrifield to get past the linebacker, gets his head and shoulders by him, throws him a dime, and he walks in the end zone. Well executed. Nice job, boys.
So Thomas Steele on for point after attempt here. Left footer squares it up, knocks it through. And that will extend the Sailors' lead to 27-0 with just a few ticks over 7 minutes left here in the half.
I'm getting what I asked for, Jeff. I asked for a big stop on 3rd and 4th down. I got that, and then I got the track meet I wanted. Big play by Parker Chelton, another big play by Miles. Just big chunk plays up and down the field. Nice touchdown by Merrifield. I'm getting what I'm asking for here.
Yeah, Sailors have some big play potential, obviously, and they are starting to flex their muscles a little bit over East Marshall. Obviously, it is 27-0 with still a big chunk of the second quarter left. But, we say this, it doesn't matter who we play. You've got to defend 3, 4, 5 weapons on offense. I don't know many 1A schools that can do it. Grundy Center did it to a certain extent.
Yep.
But it still took Grundy a couple defensive scores to beat the Sailors.
Yeah, without those scores, that's a Sailor win or grinding out in the fourth quarter. Like I'm with you. I don't know if they can. They might be able to take 2 of our weapons away, but you're not taking all 4 or 5, whatever we got there. And the quarterback Locker hasn't even ran tonight. You know what I mean? We're not even using all the weapons right now.
And at this point, I'm not going to run him. I'm
No.
not going to run him if I don't have to. So just a nice little kick by Steele, and a return right up to, it looks like about the 26-yard line. Drew Schultz from Columbus.
Yeah, good kick, good coverage. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a concerted effort to kick it to, get a certain angle, and, it might be the left side of the field, right side of the field this time, and pin guys deep and make them, either bring it across the wide side or try to come straight up the short side. on the kickoffs.
Correct. Okay, I got you. Yeah, I think I like that, and I just, we give up, in my opinion, sometimes too many yards in the kickoff. I mean,
Agreed.
our defense is so strong and so stout. I just think that, the farther back you put them, and I know this is everybody says it, but then you got to make so many more plays to get to that end zone. You give up free yardage, and then that defense doesn't get to dig in and really, show its teeth. You really got to make them earn it.
So that first down play, Seliger tackles Weeder for no gain, and now we're right back into shotgun with Farrington and Weeder right next to him. Farrington gets it. That's a nice pass. And Sailors are saying he didn't catch it.
Incomplete, he did not.
If he bobbled or not. The referees are saying that is incomplete. That must have hit the ground. But that was right on the receiver's hands. Nice throw by Farrington.
He's putting the ball where it needs to be. I mean, that has to be a catch. The receiver beats him to the inside, puts a nice ball on him, and just bobbles it and doesn't take it to the ground. Nice throw. Just, again, got to execute.
But now 3rd and 10, and East Marshall way behind the sticks here, going to shotgun with Weeder in the backfield again. They do have 4 wide receivers. Weeder rolls out to the right and throws it, and wow, that was close. Had a hand on it. Did Thomas Steele, but could
That's
not bring it
good.
in.
Looks like Chelton's down. There was a collision between him and 15. Looks like Parker's down on the ground.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was watching the play, the near interception. But it does look like Chelton's down. Trainers are out there.
So there's no flag, so there's no penalty. Maybe it was just accidental. They ran into each other. 15 came up looking like he was limping, like they made me hit knees. But we need Parker to jump up and be okay for us here.
So he is up, and he is walking a little bit gingerly.
Okay, he's up, running on his own. Looks good. Maybe got a knock, and maybe just.
It's about 100% the way I walk every day when I get up out of bed for about 5 or 10 minutes. Chelsea's 18 years old, so probably not a good thing.
Not a good look on him. It's fine by you, Jeff. Not a good look on him.
You are listening to Jeff Bradley and Dean Nolan. Really appreciate you tuning in tonight. This Sailor football brings up 4th down. And another nice spiral punt. Obviously with Chelsea out.
Got Nick Haggerty.
Yeah, we got Mr. Nick Haggerty on the punt return, and that's a nice little return by Haggerty.
And guess who was on the tackle, Jeff? Take a guess. Pick a number on East Marshall, and I'll tell if you're right.
I mean, I don't have to watch it. It's going to be Weeder.
Yeah. Came down, put a pretty good look at him. Mr. Everything for them. Another nice tackle. Haggerty with a good return, though.
Very good return. It's really puts Columbus in great position here with 6 minutes to go in the half on the 47-yard line of East Marshall.
Okay, Chelton's back in as the running back, so he must have be just fine.
So Lockhart now under center. They are going to fake the handoff. That is a very good throw to Drew Schultz. And he's going to rumble for about 20 yards there.
Drew Schultz, a speedy, I believe he's a sophomore is all. Kind of came in here after an injury or two and has been playing really well. Plays a little bit on defense in the corner, as a corner, a slot corner, and came in there as a fullback. And that's a pretty quick fullback, Jeff. He went out there, made a nice route, and another great ball by Lockhart. Nice throw.
Obviously they were keen on Parker there when they fake the handoff and he goes right. Half the defense goes with him. But good pass by Lockhart. Great catch by
Drew Schultz.
By Drew Schultz. And then yards after catch was another 10 yards.
I think, again, I got to get that to Lockhart. When you throw the ball where your receiver can catch it and run is a huge advantage.
There. We are getting a timeout. I think the play clock was right down to about 1. So Coach Schmidt calls a timeout. Gets the Sailors recollect their thoughts. Plus, they didn't look like they knew that formation real well either. I know Schultz is in there, and he's not in there a ton. He may have been in the wrong place, but it could have been anybody because they were pointing right and left. And
Yeah, a lot of pointing in the huddle. Someone was in, someone was out. Like you said, I think you just take the time out. You gather your thoughts, gather your team, and be no reason to have a silly mistake and give up a silly turnover when you can just take the time out and put all your heads together.
So 5:31 left in the half. Sailors in total control up to this point, 27-0. There is a timeout on the field. But when play resumes, it will be 1st and 10. Sailors from the 20-yard line of East Marshall.
Let's see what Brad draws up here out of the timeout.
I also think Henry Erie, who came out earlier in the game, is back in the offensive line. Yeah, that's just a little pitch to Thomas Steele. He's got it around the corner, and he's looking to score, and he does.
Wow. Thomas Steele.
By Thomas Steele, just a nice little pitch, and the rest was all Thomas Steele, plus a bunch of Sailors throwing good blocks.
There really were out front. I know we've been talking about Chelton being untouched there. He threw a great block to get Steele around that corner. Steele puts his foot in the ground, cuts back up the field, and in for the touchdown. Great speed sweep, great run.
Yeah, when you talk about smelling the end zone, though, he got hit 2 or 3 yards away from the end zone, and he just dove over there. He was not going to be denied. He wanted that 6 points.
Yeah, he doesn't get a lot of carries. My guess is he saw that end zone, and he was not going to be stopped.
Steele's extra point, good. Sailors now up 35-0. So my question to you now, Dean, is you go for 2 there, it's 35 and continuous clock, or you don't, and I'm okay either way.
Yeah.
Is going for 2, is that almost disrespectful, or is it more respectful?
That's a really good question, Jeff. I don't know. It is high school football where, you kind of mano a mano, you do got to stop me. But at some point, there is a party that says, hey, that's enough. But that clock might help both teams. It'd be different if we didn't miss an extra point because we did. I don't think it's as bad if you go for the 2 and just get the points that really you should have. So I'm with you. I probably would have gone for it. But again, Steele's automatic. I mean, I say that, but automatic when a good snap, good hold, take the points.
Yeah, so Coach Schmidt, I know with senior night, there's a few seniors. Most of them play quite a bit, but there's a few seniors that don't get in a ton, and I think he wants to try to feed them in also at some point during the game. So Steele's kickoff. This one's a little bit deeper, nice end-over-end kick.
To number 10 again.
Yeah, fielded right there at the 15, and going up the short side of the field once again for a decent gain is at Neuroth. Just a sophomore, but he's a good little tough runner too. So still really a ton of time left here in the second quarter. And then East Marshall really, your hands are a little bit tied here. Do you want to keep the clock running? That means you run, but if you can't run, then you're just going to give it right back in 3 downs and not much time expired. On the other hand, you throw it and you don't complete anything. That stops the clock too. So
and gets even more time. I think they're going to run it here, give it to the back. But again, there's just nothing there. They made the adjustment. There's not, if it's not 33, I don't see him gaining many yards out of the backfield. Yeah. They might need to do more and spread them out and try to get 33 in a mismatch. But again, Columbus knows the number. We know who they're going to. It's a tough call. I'd hate to be their offensive coordinator right now.
On the carry, actually lose 1.5 yards. Nice job by the initial push of the defensive line. Mel Farrington under center. He's going to fake a handoff, roll to his right, which he likes to do, and that's actually a pretty darn good pass too, and that is caught by East Marshall. I didn't think he caught that. That's a real good catch. Man, that's a really good catch because he's feet are right on the out-of-bounds line goes up in traffic with Columbus guys around him and pulls that down for about a 6-yard gain.
Yeah, good throw again. I mean, the quarterback's been putting the ball in the money. They made a good hands catch there. Frank Lind right there to put him out of bounds, but nice play by them. Picks up, well, not as many as I thought. Picks up, 4 or 5 is all there.
Yeah, it's a good catch by Lavender there, but still puts them at about 3rd and 7. Farrington back in the shotgun. Weeder right next to him. He's going to take a 2-step drop and throw it. And just a sliver of hope there that he had number 6 had a little bit of a crease to catch that ball. And
flag on the play there, Jeff. Looks like they called roughing the passer. Looks like we came up, and I thought it was fine. I don't think I wish we had a replay booth up here, but looks like I thought it was a clean hit. Not a ton of fight from the Sailor bench here, but it's 15 yards and a personal foul on the Sailors.
So East Marshall's going to take a timeout after that personal foul, which is going to give them automatic first down in Columbus territory right at the 49-yard line. My guess is that defense is going to get lit up a little bit not for lack of effort, for just the discipline that, we can't have these kind of penalties. Regardless of who you're playing, you need to be sharp and disciplined.
You're right. I mean, he came in there free. He did a nice job of making the quarterback throw it early. But, again, I didn't see the roughing. I didn't see it. But maybe just a little too aggressive on the takedown. Got to be smarter, like you said, because had a good incompletion there. Would have left him in, third and long. So, but now they'll have a new fresh set of downs at, the 49-yard line when they come out of the timeout.
So Mustangs back out on the field, as are the Sailors. Ray Cuddle, Harrington coming over, not under quarterback. He is in shotgun. Weeder right next to him. Run that formation quite frequently. He's going to take a 2-step drop. He's going to roll to his right and wing one quickly, too. That looked like Weeder. And Weeder rumbles unless he stepped out, he got a first, and he did step out of bounds, it looked like. He dove for the first down marker, but his right foot stepped out before that. So that's still a solid pickup of 6 yards in the pitch and catch.
Yeah, quarterback rolls out, throws a nice ball. Again, Sailors, you just got to put a spy on 33. He's everything. Good catch, and if he doesn't step out, Jeff, you're right. He walks in for that first down. But good job by the Sailors on using that extra defender on that as the sideline there.
Farrington and Weeder back in the backfield again. Farrington's going to air it out this time, right off of the fingertips of number 5, Lavender. Not saying that's an easy catch, but that's a catch you need to make if you want to, I don't even know about stay in the ball game, but just give your team a little bit of hope and a little bit of momentum.
Yeah, a little bit of lift there. I mean, good coverage. I think Steele was there and Aiden Hosh as the safety was there. But he put the ball right where he needed to. I mean, it went right kind of above or a little through his hands. That's a play you got to help your quarterback or make him help your quarterback out.
So the quarterback again, pump fakes, gets a couple Sailors to jump, and then just runs right around the right end corner for a first down. Excuse me, it is not a first down. It's going to be 4th and 1. Boy, it looked like, I wonder if he lost track where they dropped the sticks because he's coming that way and just didn't know where the first down marker was at.
I guess he looked like he got that all day. They were right there and saw it. We got to stop falling for these pump fakes and knocking passes down. Just go get him. He's too fast. He's too good of an athlete. Stop jumping and go get the quarterback.
So 4th and 1, just going straight up the gut with Weeder, and it looks like he's got it. It's going to be close, but he is going to get the first down from the spot. They're waving the chain gang on for the first down. So East Marshall is having their best drive of the game so far. They are down into the Columbus territory, obviously. Now at the 38-yard line.
They're definitely sitting in the shotgun now. He has not rolled to his left at all. I would throw somebody at him. He keeps rolling out to his right.
Yeah, that's where he wants to be. Now, as we say that, he goes a little bit to his left.
And there's Mason Knipp.
Down, and he does. Huge loss. That's about a 12-yard loss. And Knipp about as solid as you're going to get. If he gets his arm around you, you are going downtown.
You just can't put your – I mean, they put their line out to dry on that. That was a 5 or 6 step drop. I'm not sure what they wanted him to do, but they got to get the ball out quick. Green's coming down and trying to get him. And like I said, they wanted to look left there. That was the first time they looked left in a long time, but usually rolling out right with that number 7 as the quarterback, good speed, but too long offensive line couldn't hold up, and Knipp comes in and just a huge loss for them.
Yeah, so that's going to put them back right around midfield, 2nd and 20. 5 down defensive linemen for the Sailors. It's a nice little pitch and catch. Now, Weeder catches it. Miles Gardner strips it, but it goes out of bounds. They do get a decent gain, but, boy, they still have a ton of yardage to go. Now it's going to be about a 3rd and 16 or 17.
Miles does a good job finding 33 coming out of that backfield. And good catch, good pass. But Miles is right there to keep the gain to a minimum.
So East Marshall breaks huddle here. Farrington in the backfield with number 33. He's going to air it out. That's really good coverage by Columbus. And he had the inside track the whole way to Nick Haggerty, and actually should have intercepted that. It was almost role reversal where Haggerty was the receiver, and the East Marshall wide receiver had to play defense and knock it out of his hand.
Wonderful coverage. If anything, he'll tell you he should have caught that. But when you catch it, you can't catch it in the breadbasket right where the guy can rip it away from you. I was a little scared that he intercepted it, and then the offensive kid took it away. Ball comes out, hits the ground, but he'll learn from that. But number 1, he was in great position to get that ball.
So East Marshall, 4th down and a ton, 16 to go. They're going to go for it here with 1:20 left in the half. Quarterback's under duress again. He's going to throw. He's just going to dump it off. And that's going to be a turnover in downs. There was nobody even close.
Is there not intentional grounding in high school, Jeff?
There is.
Okay.
They did not call anything there, but there was not a. They were all going deep, and he dropped it kind of. I won't say the flat, but about 10 yards out. I would say the closest receiver was 10 to 12 yards away.
Easy, and he definitely wasn't outside the tackle box, so he dropped straight back, but. Maybe missed that call, but that's, again, 34-0, and Sailors have the ball again.
Yeah, we'll see what Coach Schmidt wants to draw up here. He's on his own 44-yard line, just 1:14. Lockhart, Chelson both in the backfield. Lockhart gets it. He's going to drop back and throw. He's going to throw one to Chelson. Chelson going to catch it and gets wrapped up right away and tackled. But there is a nice 5 or 6 yard gain there.
Clock's still running here, so let's see what he decides to do here. Maybe get one more play in and try to hit something deep so we can get some points before halftime, maybe a field goal or a touchdown and get that clock running. We've got 48 seconds left.
Cody Weaver made that tackle on Chelsea. Not many guys tackle him one-on-one, and that was a good tackle by the sophomore from East Marshall. Now Miles gets one to him. He just catches it, gets a couple yards, and gets out of bounds. Smart play to stop the clock. Gets it right up to the 40-yard line. So 37 seconds left before the half.
We still have 3 timeouts if you need to. I'm not going to lie. That pitch and catch is about as easy as it gets. I think I would just keep pitch and catch it all the way down to or we run out of time or get a touchdown with Miles there on that mismatch we have.
But just to set it, we only have 2. We used one earlier.
Oh, okay.
That's probably the only time you've been incorrect the whole season, Dean. Going
Takes
for
a big shot.
Miles. He gets a little bit of a bump, not enough to throw the flag, and it might have been uncatchable anyway. It was overthrown by 4, 5, 6 yards. But, Columbus takes a shot long. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. There's still 31.9 seconds left.
Yeah.
And you've got a field goal kicker that's already made a 40-yard plus field goal this year.
Yeah, I make my first mistake, and that's probably Carter's first bad throw of the day. I think he had him open. He got to throw that ball a little higher into the middle. No safety help there because you had Steele on the other side taking the other one. You want that throw back, but we're all right here.
So Locker back in the gun. Chelson right next to him. Got 4 wideouts. Locker drops back. He's going to air it out again. He's got wide open is Nick Haggerty, and this one's just a touch overthrown, maybe a step overthrown, but it will fall incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 10. Now 26.6 seconds left.
I think you got to try it again. You know, we've been real close. So that one again was probably, unfortunately, 5 or 10 yards overthrown because Haggerty went right by the corner and was open by 7 to 10 yards. Probably got to have that one. That's a walk-in touchdown.
Locker in the shotgun.
Got to watch Murph up that seam.
Going to hand off to Chelson. He does have a seam there. He's got a hole. He's rumbling to the left. He jumps over a defender or tries to jump over Lavender. Lavender grabs his ankle and pulls him down. Sailors will have to take a timeout with 14.7 seconds left.
Do you kick the field goal, Jeff?
I think you've got at least one more play.
Okay,
plus.
4th down though.
Yeah, it's 4th and 1. You still have that. You still have one timeout. You're sitting at the 33-yard. That's a 50-yard field goal. I'm going to say no.
Answered my question there. Thank you.
But if you can legitimately pick up, you got 14 seconds left. You could get 2 plays, depending on if one gets out of bounds, and a timeout, and get in field goal position. Or you can just go for the whole shooting match in a couple of plays, too. I mean, you can pretty much do what you want here. I'd like to see a nice little methodical, at least a 10-yard game, a down and out of bounds. And then, hey, can we run one more? And if not, run Steele out there and see if he can boot another 4 yards.
That's what I'm wondering. Do you take a chance? And, I mean, Chelson's been gaining just chunk yardage after chunk yardage. Do you try to catch him off guard, hand him the ball again, and pick up the 1st down and probably more? I mean, you have the timeout to burn, but then I guess you don't have one to take the timeout to get Steele out there to kick the field goal. So I'm asking questions and answering them myself as I go here, Jeff.
Very, very good self-awareness. You could go on Dr. Phil or Oprah.
They got Miles out here one-on-one. It's a little safety help, though, a little safety help. So that puts Steele or Hosh on the outside.
He's got to get off, and he does get off the field. Thomas Steele going to run a play. Going to be a fake handoff, roll out to the right. There's the throw, wide open, Murfield. At some point, he's going to have to either score or get down. 4 seconds left. They're going to have to call timeout right now with 1.8. You can't run it any closer than that. Now your question, Dean, would be, do we go for a touchdown on the 6 or do we kick the field goal?
I'm taking the field goal, Jeff. I'm taking the field goal. It's boring. I'm sorry, but I'm taking the field goal. I think you kick it. You go up that 35, and you have the running clock in the second half. Nick Merrifield, what an effort. Almost too much effort. Never said that before, but almost too much effort.
That was my thought exactly. Knowing that clock's ticking, he's breaking tackles right and left, but not going to make it in the end zone. He needs to go down. He needs to go down and preserve that little bit of time left, and he did, 1.8 seconds. And it looks like we are kicking a field goal, or at least the Columbus Sailors are. I'm not out there kicking anything.
So it's from the right hash, so it's not straight on with a left-footed kicker. He's got plenty of leg. That's not the issue. It's going to be snap, hold, and good contact. Yeah, I think this is a smart play. Get you over that 35 and get that running clock in the second half.
Yeah, it's a field goal, but it's really just a kind of a long PAT. It's going to be right at the 24. They're going to call that the 15, and you add the 10, so it's 25 yards. High snap, and I think it's going to go It's just going to sneak through on that left side. I wasn't sure if we made it or not. Good, but good concentration, good hold by Carter Locker to get that down. And obviously good concentration with Thomas Steele to knock it through to put the Sailors up 37-0 headed into halftime. We will take a short break and be back, about 10 minutes.